Hello everybody, and welcome to my new plant-based weight loss YouTube channel. This is my first video, and I'm A, extremely nervous, and B, without my glasses, so I'm blind as a bat. The glasses I'm about to put on have dark shades because the light shade ones are missing one of the little nose brackets, and so they're not very comfortable to wear, so you're going to see reflections in my eyes for the duration of this video, and for that I do apologize. Anyway, let me try and quell the nerves and get into an explanation of what this channel is for. I am about to turn 43 on St. Paddy's Day, which is 2 days from now, today being March the 15th. I stand about 6'3", and a few years ago I was at a lifetime maximum weight of almost 520 pounds. I believe it was 519, or maybe it was 517, but I say 519. Actually, I was weighed in at that weight at the local paratransit office when I was applying to be able to ride paratransit, because my mobility was horrible at that time. So that's how I knew. Otherwise I was completely unaware I had gotten that heavy. So what happened was I decided that something had to be done, or I was going to die very young and never get my weight down to a more reasonable level. And the thing that I chose to do was to vastly change my diet into one that is almost exclusively plant-based, meaning vegan, if you want to use that term. I know a lot of people demonize it and, consider vegans to be out on the fringe and weird people and so on, etc. But hey, doing what I've done, pretty much with next to no exercise, because I've still got a lot of pain and mobility issues, which I will get into in future videos. I've now dropped about 200 pounds. I'm right around 315 to 320. And continuing to slowly drop. And while I'm not out of the woods yet by any means in terms of all of my health problems, I am a much healthier man than I was 3-4 years ago. So what I want to do with this channel is talk about my life, my current conditions, the behaviors that caused me to gain so much weight, and so on, because I know there are so many people out there who are obese or morbidly obese, or even, I guess, what you would call super morbidly obese, as I was, with a BMI up in the 60s. Which is now below 40. It's in the 30s again, which still have a long way to go, but huge improvement, right? And none of this would have been possible without the change in how I eat. It's basically called the McDougall plan, is what I follow. It's based on the writings of Dr. John McDougall, which I will link both on my channel and in every video that I do. It concerns eating a lot of starches, complex carbohydrates, potatoes, brown rice, sweet potatoes, and so forth, supplemented with a lot of fruits and vegetables. And what that gives you is a diet which is very low in calorie density, which allows weight loss even in a very sedentary person such as I've had to be against my wishes. So I have, this to thank, I think, for being alive today. I have a wonderful wife who is sitting over here next to me at her computer, messing around with an online game, and
wanting to kill the cat.
yeah, we've got a cat who doesn't like it when the food bowl only has a couple handfuls of kibble in it. To him, that represents starvation, and so he's sitting there on the floor meowing in this plaintive way he has. But anyway, my wife might be popping in here and there to say hello and to add her own input to these videos. Just to make it clear, I want to stress that this is not just all about me. You can bet that I'm going to do my share of whining and venting and bitching and moaning and complaining about various things in my videos, but even as I'm doing so, what I tend to think about is that, like myself, there are tens of millions of people out there in America right now who have underinsurance or no insurance and limited to no access whatsoever to medical care, and who may be very ill, may be overweight, severely overweight, and they might think, well, there's no hope for me. You know, nothing's going to change. This is how it's going to be until one day I just drop dead or something. And that's a terrible way to have to go through life. And a lot of people don't know where there could possibly be any hope for their conditions. And I want to talk about my experience with this eating lifestyle and how it has helped me when I thought all was lost at the beginning. It was just kind of a last-ditch thing, thinking, well, I got to do something, but I'm probably going to end up losing a leg, and who knows what else is still going to end up happening to me. And while I'm certainly not completely out of the woods with about 100 pounds left to lose, and that's factoring in the loose skin I'm going to have. If I didn't have that, it would be a little over 100, but I'm going to look like a partially melted candle when this is done. In fact, I'm already showing some signs of that, and that's a distressing issue. But given the choice between carrying all the extra weight or just having to contend with the loose skin and whatever image issues may arise from that, it's an obvious choice, you know. The weight's got to come off, and all of those contingencies and after effects will be dealt with later. Don't ask me how. All I have is disability and Medicare Part A, which, as some of you may know, only covers you if you have to get inpatient hospital care. It's impossible for me to afford Medicare Part B right now, and probably will remain so for some time. So that's all I've got, and all the healing that I've done with some very bad problems, which I'll go into, I think can only be attributed to the lack of excessive fat in this diet, allowing better circulation and allowing wounds that I have had and still to a lesser degree have to heal. I hope that made sense. Anyway, as far as video editing, I don't know much about it, so this is going to be a very rough kind of presentation at first, obviously, and I hope that I will get better. I will get more confident at sitting here on camera and presenting myself to the world. Excuse me for just a moment, I'm going to take a drink because my mouth is dry. Much better. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, I hope that the quality of presentation and the content will improve over time, and that some people may become interested and want to subscribe. My goal is to help people understand that what you choose to eat plays a huge role in how your body is going to feel, how you're going to feel, and that some conditions that you may have and not know what to do about, or that you're seeing a doctor for and just taking medication like type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and the like, can be helped very much by lowering the fat content in your diet down to just that which naturally exists in the foods that you eat, meaning no added oil, no added butter, nothing like that. And if you're sitting there wondering, well, how can you possibly cook food without oil, without butter, without dairy, without meat, etc., and have it taste good? Well, in the links I'm going to provide in every video, the primary one being to the Dr. McDougall website, you can go into the into the message boards and into the newsletters and find all kinds of awesome recipes for free. It's just free information, as is all kinds of articles on different health conditions and how the right diet can be of assistance there. So I want people to take advantage of the information that I'm providing and get involved with this and give this a shot, going with, plant-based eating just for a couple weeks and noticing the differences that you will feel just after that long. So anyway, after having said all that, I would just like to give a warning of sorts to anybody who wants to come into the channel and troll or insult me or anything of that nature, or who insists on wanting to debate the virtues of this diet versus, say, the paleo diet, which right now is all the rage. I'm providing a link to a 71-part video series which completely debunks the entire paleo mythology, if you will, and provides an airtight case why you don't want to go that way in terms of your diet. So I'm giving, links to experts and people who have done the research. So if you have an issue with what I'm doing or what I'm saying, go to them, argue with them. I'm not here to argue and debate. I'm not here to have people go, oh, look at the fat guy, I feel so much better than him and so superior that I must prove that by leaving insulting comments in his channel. Look at me, I'm so manly. No, I'm not going to have any of that. If you want to play that game, you're going to get blocked. No explanation, just get out of here. Get off my side. I don't want you. I don't need you. This is about what I feel that I need to say, and it's about people who want to discuss those things with me in a positive manner. And if that's not your thing, you're not going to survive here long. I've had to stop posting in certain message boards because I don't feel that people who wanted to troll me there were dealt with in a suitable fashion, and that's a shame. But here I can control the content, I can engage with people in a civil manner and have fun doing it and hopefully help some people. So looks like my 15 minutes are about up. I hope this wasn't too boring, too rambly. I hope that it makes sense. on some level, and that you will peruse the information I've provided in the links below. And well, that's it. Thank you for watching my first video, and I hope that maybe you'll subscribe and stay with me for a while I get this last 100 pounds off. Thank you very much.